Where we left off last time, Rokas and ICU walked into the room where Harbek was talking to his cousin Lynia. And Lynia had explained to him her adventures up to that point and convinced him to go to accompany Rokas and ICU on their mission to kind of get this area under control. So she gave Harbek her magic sword that she found under the manor, and they were discussing what they're gonna do next when Rokas and ICU show up. And Rokas and ICU have decided to go east to pursue 3 different quests that they had picked up from people in town.
Now we have a half-orc in town.
Yeah, she's not with you right now, but Sildar has said that she could go with you.
Okay.
She appreciated your fighting style last time when you went on that little night quest.
Oh, yeah. we went on a night quest, and
on a little
kind of ambushed some. They bugbears or what? I forget.
It was a mix. It was a wolf, a goblin, a bugbear, and a hobgoblin.
Yeah. We kicked butt.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the recap, basically. Are you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Lynia introduces you guys to Harbek and says that this is her cousin, and he's a up-and-coming paladin. He's been training, and that he's ready to go on an adventure with you guys. And you can see this guy. He's about the same height as Lynia, about 5 feet tall. She's pretty tall for a dwarf. He's got black hair like Lynia and green eyes. And he has a big old beard with a braided mustache. And you have seen the magic sword before, so you recognize that he's carrying it. You see he's got chainmail armor like Lynia, like he's pretty well armored. And she mentions that he's a paladin, so you know that means he's taken an oath to his god. So you don't know anything about him personally, but you know this type of warrior.
So, Harbek, what kind of spells do you have?
Look, wait a minute.
I'm Rokas, by the way. I'm a elf ranger.
Okay, spells. I have Divine Favor, Hunter's Mark, and Wrathful Smite.
So, Rokas and Harbek get to know each other, chatting about their fighting abilities. And how about ICU? Have anything you want to say to your new companion?
Hi, Harbek. I'm glad you're going to be coming along with us. My name is ICU.
Like intensive care unit?
Rokas calls me IC for short.
Okay.
We don't know about intensive care units in this world.
Oh, that's when I cure wounds. That's what I do in Cure Wounds. I put them in the ICU.
Oh, yeah. So, Rokas and ICU, I want you to do a history check to see if you remember something.
And I rolled a 9.
Okay, how about ICU?
I rolled an 8 and I have a 2, so I have 10. A total of 10.
Okay, Rokas doesn't remember this, but ICU remembers that you guys didn't get the item from the sister Gariel. She said she wanted you to take this comb to the Banshee, but you guys weren't sure if you're gonna do the quest yet, so you didn't take the comb. So luckily ICU remembers that if you want to do that quest, you probably want to go back to talk to her first.
That was realistic.
What was
Yeah, Richie can't remember squat.
Oh,
Rokas doesn't remember much, but Icy does.
okay. Well, that's good. So Lynia, bids you farewell, and Sildar tells you if you wanna go get Vola before you go, you can go find her at the camp at the manor.
Okay.
You guys walk out of the town hall, and you have two places you want to go. One is to go get Vola, and one is to talk to Sister Gariel again.
Okay, fellas, I think we should go to Sister Garia and talk to her again and see if we can get the magical comb.
Okay, cool.
Okay. She's close by,
Right.
here to the east of us,
Yeah.
and then the manor's to the west, and
Okay.
it's clear across town.
Okay, so this is not a big deal. So you just go over to there and you tell her you wanna do the quest for her. She says thank you, and she says,
Remind me what this quest is.
yeah, we'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
We'll review all three so that Harbek knows what they are.
Okay, good.
So I'll just do this one at the moment since you're there with her. So this quest in the book is called Banshees Bargain.
Yeah.
Gariel's superiors in her group, the Harpers, they want her to persuade a Banshee named Agatha to explain where this spell book is. She attempted to do it herself, but the Banshee didn't appear for her. She's hoping you guys will have more luck. She believes that someone who flatters Agatha's vanity might be able to trade the comb for an answer.
What type of person is Agatha?
So Agatha is a Banshee, so she's like a angry spirit. So they are known to have a lot of knowledge because of being a spirit. She can see a lot of things, and she knows a lot about history and things like that. So
We want to trade the comb for location.
Yeah,
The
for
location of the book?
information. So similar to like a genie or something, banshees are known to grant answers to questions. The only one. So she's hoping to get that kind of answer.
And where is she located?
It's very close to the ruined city of Coneyberry. She gives you some directions of how to get there, talking about that if you go north, there's a path and that it'll probably be easy to find. The directions you've got for these three quests are all from Coneyberry. As long as you can get to Coneyberry, you can find your way to the others. Okay, so she explains that, and then she bids you farewell.
Okay, so how about if we go get Vola and maybe we can get started on our trek?
Okay.
So you guys leave from the shrine and go to the manor camp, and you see the soldiers have got all their tents set up in the wooden watchtower. There's someone up there keeping watch. Okay, so you get up and you see Vola is exercising. She's like swinging her axe up and down, like doing reps.
So Vola.
Oh, hello.
Says we're getting ready to go on our trip to Coneyberry.
All right.
And we're
Sildar filled me in.
He's already told you about it?
Well, he told me you're planning to head east and maybe crack some orc skulls.
Yep. First, we're gonna go see a banshee about a spell book, but then we're gonna go crack some orc skulls. If
I
you'd like to join us.
I prefer swinging my axe, so not sure what I can do with the banshee, but I'll come with you.
Do you have any skills with ranged weapons, by the way?
Yeah, but I prefer to use my axe.
Okay.
I don't carry any ranged weapons.
Okay.
If we gave you a ranged weapon, you could use it.
Sure.
Well, we have a bunch of extra bows. Why don't we give you one just to have in case you need it?
All
Or
right.
would you rather have a crossbow? We've got those too.
Crossbow's probably easier.
Okay.
And Vola, you probably will get to use your battle axe because we've heard that there's orcas on the trail that we'll probably have to defend ourselves on the way to Conanberry.
Did you
Oh,
say
So we'll need
Did
your
you say
help with us.
orcas?
Yeah, orcs.
I don't think you'll see any orcas, but orcs, yes.
No, we'd have to go the other direction towards the water. We'd have
Yeah.
to go west.
I don't think you should fight orcas either, by the way.
No, but we're good. We're gonna fight the orcs.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
let's get going.
Yeah, you guys head out of town, and you are aware that it's gonna take you more than 2 days to get to Coneyberry.
Okay.
So you
When we
head
get-
off down the road, and then you can choose. Would you like to travel by the road, or would you like to go off the trail, or what?
It's faster just to go on the trail.
Yeah, the road is faster, but obviously bandits and other people might be watching a trail, you know.
Well,
It makes you more obvious as you're traveling. This area is mostly like plains and stuff, very lightly wooded, not many trees along the way.
Well, I have skills in ranger. My ranger skills let me perceive well,
Yeah.
so I could lead the way.
Okay, so yeah, it's good to establish marching order. So Rokas wants to lead. Are you guys good with that?
Sure.
All right. And then who wants to walk behind him?
I think I will because I'm not the strongest. That way, I'll have both strong fellas on one in front, and one in behind me.
Okay, cool. And then
Harbek,
Harbek,
come
would you
through.
like to go ahead of ICU or behind? You can.
Go
I mean,
behind.
you can go side by side too. It's fine.
I'll go side by side.
Okay. So we'll
And then
have
Vola.
Rokas. So how about this? Rokas in the front, ICU behind, with Vola and Harbek flanking her.
Okay.
So you're walking in a kind of a triangle
Okay.
formation. Cool.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, now the next thing to ask is if you walk at a normal pace, you can travel about 24 miles per day, which takes about 10 hours of the trip. It takes you about 6 hours to set up camp and things like that. And then you need 8 hours of sleep. If you push beyond that, you have the risk of taking exhaustion. The more exhausted you get, the more penalties there are on you.
We're not going to go take penalties.
Right.
I don't see any reason to be in a hurry.
Yeah. So you head off down the trail. You're heading sort of northwest a bit, following the road to Triboar Trail, which leads to Coneyberry. So that trek is to get to the main Triboar Trail. Yeah, the intersection, it takes it's about 15 miles. So let's see if you encounter anything. All right. So as you walk, you see plains, some small hills, and every once in a while, small groups of trees. But it's quite open here, and you don't see any wildlife really. Maybe a couple. You do see some deer running across from one group of trees to another. But you don't see anything interesting, and eventually you get to the intersection and start heading east.
We'll make a right.
Yeah, make a right, and then you continue walking down the trail. This part of the trail is a bit wider than the first part. You can see wagon tracks and footprints, but as you travel, you don't come across any other travelers. As it gets dark, you feel like it's getting about time that you should set up camp. You see nearby there's a hill a small hill and a small group of trees, and there's a kind of a dried up river bed going through, more like a creek maybe, quite small, but
Okay.
it's the kind of place that you could, if you got down in there, you could have cover.
I think we
Kind
should
of
set
like
up
a
camp there.
bunker. Yeah, so it's, if you're gonna set up camp, let me know if you're want to up on the hill in a little bit of trees, down in the dried up creek, or just on the flat area.
Sleeping in dried up creeks is not a good idea.
On the hill might be a good way.
Yeah.
Okay, so ICU, do you agree to go along with their idea?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys decide to make camp up on the hill, and so you set up your sleeping stuff. You have like some basic camping things with you. Not, you don't have a really great setup, but you just lay out some sleeping mats and things like that.
Now-
Vola has with her not really a tent, but she has like a piece of canvas and a stick that she puts up. Okay, so
now-
you make camp and you set up. Anything you want to do in particular to prepare for the night?
Yeah, I want to set up a tripwire.
Okay, but you don't have a normal snare trap, or you botched trying to pick the one up that you found. I don't know if you remember that. You do have thread, but you don't have like an official thing, so you'd have to make it yourself.
Yeah,
And I have 50 feet of rope.
Yeah.
I have rope too.
Okay, so if you want to make something, then tell me what you're doing with the materials you actually have.
Okay. Well, we've got that. You said there were trees by the creek.
Yeah, there's trees nearby.
So I'll just take my knife and get some little branches.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cut some sticks, and I'm going to rig a perimeter I'm assuming from the trees to the hill would be the way to approach the hill without.
Well, you're up on the hill, so you can see all around you, but there's plenty of ways to approach. If you're coming from the road is to the south.
Okay.
The trees are to the north.
Okay.
And the dried creek is to the north, between the hill and the trees.
Okay. Well, from that direction, I would probably set up the rope.
Okay, you have a thread and you have a rope. What are you using?
Yeah. So the thread I would have furthest out, and I'd have it attached to the sticks, so that it would just be like a foot off the ground, and the thread would run from stick to stick.
Yeah.
And then I would have. Let me look in my equipment.
You don't have any bells or anything like that.
No, but what I could do is I would tie the thread around a stick, and then I'd have a rock set up so that if anything pushed on the string, it would push the one rock off of another rock.
Okay.
Which would make a little click sound. Now, because I'm an elf, I don't actually sleep.
Yeah.
So I would have that set up to my back.
Okay, cool. So if something approaches and trips that thing, then you'll have a little bit of an advantage on noticing it. Yeah. Okay.
And I can see in the other direction because I rest without sleeping. Okay. So I'm positioning myself where I can see, and I have night vision.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, so Harvey, we'll just tell him that humans can't really see in the dark very well, but dwarves and elves have dark vision, so they can see much better than humans. So
Okay.
both of you can see well in the dark. And elves, they don't really go to sleep, they kind of meditate. So they can kind of sleep with their eyes open. And
So I'm
Sitting
going to
up.
be the only one snoring.
So he's probably the best one to keep watch. He only needs to meditate for 4 hours, and then he can have his full attention.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is spend the first 4 hours meditating, and then I'll be actually up, and I'll patrol while you guys sleep. But you're going to all be in front of me, so I can look past you, and then if something comes up behind me, I've got this tripwire set up so we can hear it.
Now, in addition to Rokus's patrol, you guys could take turns without interrupting your long rest to help him. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and then while Richie's doing that,
Rokas.
I'm gonna go to the top of the hill,
Uh-huh.
look around, and do the divine sense thing, because I'll be able to refresh that immediately anyway, just to make sure there isn't something
Okay, let me
good or bad out there.
Let me find it. Divine sense. That's fine. Yeah. So it says you can use it 4 times before a long rest. So they will recharge after this long rest completes.
All right.
Okay.
So
We'll
I'm
start
just
off.
walking around looking for stuff, and in particular, when I go by Vola, there's no he doesn't act funny or anything like that. I don't notice anything with her, either
As
good or
being
bad.
evil or anything.
Yeah.
No.
It says I can detect good and evil.
Yeah. You don't get any special readings from her.
Okay, so she's neutral. All right. Is there anything else other than neutral as I'm walking around while Richard's doing all that stuff?
No, you don't pick up any evil or good senses at this moment before the rest starts.
Okay.
But let's start the actual rest now. So, who wants to? So Rokus is gonna be keeping watch the entire rest, and then the other 3 of you can take turns to assist. So who wants to take the first turn for assisting?
I'll take the first turn.
Okay, that's so. Before it gets too dark, Icewe's gonna keep watch first.
Do orcs have night sight too?
Yeah, they have dark vision also.
Okay, so all of us have dark vision.
Except for...
No, I don't.
Yeah, Patricia is a human, so she doesn't.
Okay, so she should go first when it's still light then.
Yeah, so that's what we'll do. So both of you roll a perception check. Patricia and Richie.
I got a total of 18.
Okay.
I got natural 20 plus 3, so I got 23.
She's very alert. She had her coffee today.
Yes, I did.
Alright, let me see if you see anything. Nope. So the coast is clear on the first watch. So after a few hours, ICU goes to bed and Harbek gets up. So Rokus is still meditating. Harbek, this will be your first roll.
6 plus 0, total 6. Perception is -1.
So you got a 5. Yeah, so as Rokus notices Harbek while he's keeping watch, and he realizes that Harbek is not a very perceptive guy. He's not doing a very good job of keeping watch. He stops to mess with his braids on his mustache and fiddling with that and combing his beard and looking up in the sky. And if you weren't trancing, you'd probably shake your head in embarrassment.
H.
Okay, but no, you don't notice anything in particular as it goes by. Next, Harbek goes to sleep and Vola wakes up. Vola's gonna do her perception roll. She doesn't notice anything either. So Rokas was patrolling around. He didn't see anything either. And the night passes without any problems. You wake up in the morning feeling rested and good. Harbek didn't, when he was on watch, he didn't detect any good or evil or any of those creatures either.
Okay.
Okay, now what about, I only have one set of rations.
Yeah, we'll say that you...
I forage anytime we are out.
You guys can get... Rokas can help gather food, but you should do that. You can't just say you caught a rabbit. We should do that as a separate thing. But if you want to do that now in the morning, we can do that. So what was your skill about foraging and stuff? What does it say?
It just said anytime I was with a group that they that I could always provide food.
I think that's only in your terrain though, isn't it?
Well, there's woods nearby.
Sure. I'll let you go in the forest, but you can't just say what you find. I have to tell you.
Okay.
So the forest over there it's not even a forest, it's just like a small group of trees, but you managed to shoot a squirrel.
Okay.
A squirrel for 4 people, yum.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not
not
very impressive. But I think actually for Harbek, we didn't go into it, but I'm gonna say that Lynia helped you. She gave you the rations that she had. So we're gonna say you have 10 days.
Okay.
Since we were at the town, there's no way we would have left without.
Well, it's better.
Some provision.
We should do that, but I was just trying to get us going, so that's my fault. So you're not gonna get penalized because I rushed you.
Okay.
Okay, so you eat some squirrel and you have some dry bread and some cheese and stuff like that with your rations. Okay, so you head off down the road. Let's have Rokas do a perception check.
17 plus 5.
So 22.
22.
All right, so you're very alert today, and you keep passing down the road, and the terrain is pretty much the same, just more fields, hills, small groups of trees. See some birds flying overhead. Eventually, you pass like a old man with a donkey. He's got some bags on his back, on the donkey's back, and he nods at you but doesn't say anything as he passes by.
Hello, old timer. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Where are you going and where have you been?
Oh, I was in Triboar.
Oh.
Yeah, just going. I heard there's people in Phandelver these days.
Yeah,
Yes.
Phandelver is doing much better now.
Oh.
Are
How was
you
it?
taking?
Was there some problems before?
Yep. There was a band of hooligans called the Red Brand. But we took care of them. They're not there making trouble anymore.
Wow.
I think they were working
Sounds
for the
good.
Black Spider.
I don't know about any spiders, but sounds like you've done a good deed for the town. Thank you so much. But I'll be on my way. I gotta get there. I don't want to be out on the road more than I have to.
Yep.
Did you go through Conanberry?
Yeah, passed through Coneyberry.
And how are things there?
Well, it's just a ruin. No, I didn't see anybody there.
Oh.
Was it a ruin the last time you were there?
Oh, it's been ruined for hundreds of years. Since the Orcs, about 500 years ago, the Orcs invaded this area, destroyed everything, Phandelver included.
Huh. Okay, well, Phandelver's coming back.
I heard that, so I thought I'd go try to sell some stuff.
Yeah. You got anything good to sell?
I got some shoes.
Shoes.
I'm a Cooper.
Any of us need shoes?
No, you
The
don't.
Cooper, that makes barrels.
Oh, really? Cooper?
Cobbler.
Oh, cobbler. Okay. They're
Cooper
a little
ma-
bit similar.
Cooper makes barrels. You're right.
You a Cooper or a cobbler?
Sometimes I get confused, but I'm a cobbler.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He's got shoes in a barrel.
My name's
Well, I am a lady.
my name.
I always like another pair of shoes.
My father was a Cooper, so they call me Cooper.
I see. That's
Yeah.
your name.
Cooper the cobbler.
Yeah, I'm Cooper
Okay.
the cobbler.
Okay.
Now, okay, the actual someone who makes shoes is a cord rein.
Okay, shoemaker.
All right, y'all talk too much. I gotta
Okay.
go.
Yeah, we do too.
Stop assessing my
Okay.
profession. So you head down the road after meeting the shoemaker, and you don't see anything interesting until it gets dark. And you don't see any interesting place to set up camp this time. It's all just pretty much flat where you are now.
Are we close to Coneyberry now?
You're getting close, yeah.
How many?
You still
how
need
many-
to travel a few hours to get there.
So do we want to go up on by the hills or just get off the road?
You'd have to
Let's, get
travel.
us-
You'd have to
Well,
get
if it's flat
exhausted.
and we can.
You'd
if it's
get
flat and we
exhausted
can,
if you went to the forest or the hills.
We're
Okay,
not
then.
if
good.
it's flat and we can see all the way around anyway, might as well just stay right there.
Okay.
Wide
Okay.
open places, nobody can sneak up on us.
Okay, I'll take
Right.
first watch with Rokas again.
Okay, so
That'd be the same.
everybody sets up camp the same as before. Rokas, you want to put up your traps again?
Yep.
Okay, so you do that, and we'll do the same order as last time. So Rokas and Icewe, roll your perception checks.
This time I got 2 plus 5, so it's a 7.
All right, and then Icewe.
I got 15 plus 3, which is 18.
All right. The first watch passes without incident. Now, Harbek, roll your perception.
Okay, I have an 8 minus 1, so it's a 7.
All right, and then your watch passes. You don't see anything interesting. Now it's Vola's turn. Ruckus wasn't doing a great job of keeping watch tonight, but luckily Vola was able to notice that there are some figures approaching you from the south.
I'm not even asleep anymore at this point.
Yeah,
After
but
2
I think
watches.
you happen to be looking the wrong way because you're
Okay.
yeah.
It's too
But
busy.
Vola notices and she goes over and points them out to you,
Okay.
and then she
I
says,
kick-
"Look over
I
there," and then you see 4 figures, humanoid shaped figures, walking towards you.
Is it is it light yet?
Yes, the sun is dawning.
Okay. I poke Harbin and
I see.
Icy to get them up.
When you look back at the figures, you see they're running towards you now.
Okay. Well, I get out my bow and I start.
Okay, you get out your bow, and then we're gonna start combat.
Okay. First, I'm gonna.
So wait,
Oh, we gotta do initiative.
yeah, we
don't
have to do a bunch of things. All right, so Harvey's not familiar with how you start combat, so you have to explain to him also. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna roll initiative, which decides the order of who gets to move first. Harbek's initiative is not very good because he actually has a -1 to initiative.
I don't like to start fights.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, so I roll a 20.
Yeah, roll a d20 and -1.
Okay, I got 18 minus 1 would be 17.
Okay, thank you. And now, Ruckus, give me yours. Yours should be plus 3.
I got a 10 plus 3, 13.
Okay, I see you.
7 plus 2, 9.
Okay, and Vola's got a 15. Alright, so I got everyone in order now. Neither group is surprised. You both saw each other. I will put you in the... Okay, so as they approach, you're able to get in your kind of formation before they get in range. So how would you like to stand?
I think they're in my range.
Now I'm going to start combat when they get to your range.
They're in my range. I can shoot 150 feet.
Well, they're 500 feet away. So I'm asking you, where do you want to stand before they get here?
Okay. I think we should have Harbek and Vola up front.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
And Icewe and I can start. I'll start shooting them when they get into 150 feet.
Okay,
and
so
I should be able.
Yes. Wait, it'll be your turn, and you can do what you want. But I'm asking where you're standing right now.
Behind them. I'm behind.
So I'm gonna have Vola and Harbek in the front, staggered out of your way so you can see the enemy. Okay?
Yep.
And you can shoot at them with your bow.
Yeah.
But they're about 10 feet ahead of you. Does that sound good?
They're 10 feet ahead of me?
I would like to... Wait a minute.
Harbek and... You're standing 10 feet behind Harbek and Vola.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
I think with that, I can't find it. I've got like that, it's not a spell, I guess, protection spell.
Protection fighting style?
Or type of fighting. Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
That's within
they
5
have to
feet.
be. Yeah, so they should get close to me. Both of them should be pretty close to me. They can fire, one on the right, one on the left. But they need to be with 5 feet.
Okay, cool. Okay. So Harbek says, if you get closer, I can protect you with my shield. So you guys agree to stand closer to him?
Okay.
Okay, so I have you staggered. So I'll show you a picture soon, but yeah, they're within 5 feet of you now. Combat is going to start when the group of orcs, which you notice they are orcs, once they get within 120 feet, which is the first... Feet. Is it 150 for you?
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So at 150 feet, you can see they're just standing in a line, parallel kind of to you guys.
Okay.
So,
are there any distinguishing features?
The ground is like pretty much totally flat. There's nothing.
No. Them.
Okay.
Distinguishing.
I'll send you guys a picture, but right now it's nothing much to see. But you can see the formation I put you guys in.
Is there one of them of our orcs approaching that is like bigger or...
Yeah, I'll let you know. Hold on.
So I know who's who.
Harbek is the yellow one.
Okay.
So ICU is
green.
Is green to the south. Sorry, that's not right.
She's on your left.
She's
okay.
Behind
the green's
you
on my
left,
and then either blue or purple's on my right, and then clear is next to me.
Yeah, clear is Vola. Okay, so that's how you're standing.
And then you said there's 5 orcs. I only see 4.
Just 4. No, 4.
Okay.
And what describe them?
Okay, so as they come closer, to about 150 feet, you see 4 orcs. One of them has a cracked tooth. One of them has a scar on his lip. One of them has a top knot. And one of them is bald. So, we're starting combat now.
Are they all the same size?
They're all the same size, and they're all carrying great axes. The first in combat order is the cracked tooth orc. He runs 30 feet closer to you. All of them are like visible, so I'm not gonna worry about explaining which one's which right now. And he's not able to do anything, so his turn ends. Even though Harbek got a -1 to initiative, he's the next one in order.
I'll just sit here with my sword.
Oh, okay, so no javelin.
Javelin.
Okay, so one other thing you can do with your action while you're waiting is you can take a defensive action, which means if they try to attack you while you're defending, they have disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, so Harbek's waiting. He's got his shield up and his sword in his hand. It is now Vola's turn. Vola is, she's not protecting you guys like Harbek is, so she's gonna run ahead. She runs up 30 feet. She takes the defensive action. Next is Rokas. It's your turn. You have 3 at 150 feet and 1 at 120 feet.
I'm going to shoot the one at 120 feet. Rolled at 8 plus 7. 8 plus 7, yeah.
Okay, you hit him.
Hit him with 5 total.
It is now the next orc's turn. The scar on the lip. He moves up 120 feet. He moves up 30 feet. So he's at 120 from you now. Next orc is next. Top knot, he runs up 30 feet. Now it's ICU's turn.
I want to use pass without a trace. That way we're all invisible to them because they're getting close.
Remember that just gives you advantage on a stealth check. So some of you they won't be able to see you in a kind of a mist. Magical mist. But if you fail this check, then they'll still be able to see you. They also can see the mist in the middle of a field, so they pretty much know where you are anyway.
Okay.
So ICU, Harbek, and Rokas all need to roll stealth checks.
I've got 3 plus 10 is 13.
38?
33.
Yeah, okay. I'm pretty stealthy.
So you got a 13.
Stealth is -1. Yeah, so
13 stealth. Now I have to roll for the orcs, and I'll do them as a group. Okay, so the 3 of you are hidden from their view. They can see a magical mist in the area where you were, so they're aware of your general location, but they can't actually see your forms. Okay, so your turn is over. It's the last orc's turn, the bald one. He runs up 30 feet. So now it's back at the top of the order. The cracked tooth orc runs up 30 feet. He's now within 90 feet. Harbek, it's your turn still.
okay, I'm gonna have to start moving then, because I can't let her take on 4 orcs 100 yards away from us. So I'm gonna have to start running up.
Okay, you can do that if you want.
I'm gonna try to catch up to her.
Okay, that's cool. So next in the order is Vola. Now she didn't hear your warning, so she's gonna continue running ahead. So now she's out of your range again. And she takes the defensive action. It is now Ruckus's turn. There is 1 orc 90 feet away from you and 3 120 feet away.
I'm going to shoot the one at 90 feet. 17 plus 7.
That hits.
8.
He doesn't look very healthy anymore, but he's still running towards you guys. It's the orcs. 2 of them move up now 30 more feet. And the next one is ICU.
Well, the only thing I can hit them with is my javelin. That's the only thing that goes from 30 to 120 feet. So I guess I'll throw a javelin.
Okay, if you throw that far, you'll be at disadvantage. You don't have any attack spells within 60 feet. Either you can run up to join Harbek.
Okay, then that's what I'll do.
Next orc, he also runs up. Now they're all 4 of them 90 feet. Top of the order again, and Cracktooth moves up 30 more feet. Harbek, it's your turn now. They're still away from you.
Okay, there's, and I'm within 5 feet of Vola. Oh, I'm gonna reach out.
She ran up after your turn.
She ran up after my turn.
Yeah.
So she's still ahead of me.
Yeah, she's ahead. You'd have to run up again. Right now, you're protecting ICU.
Okay, I'm gonna run up. So if I run up, I'll still be 5 feet behind Vola, correct?
No, because you only can run 25 feet. She ran 30 feet twice, so she's at 60 and you'd be at 50.
She's faster than I am then.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to protect her if you ran up.
Okay,
and she also gets her turn right after you still.
If she veers to the left, then I'm going to be able to catch up to her if I go straight up.
That is true.
Okay. Well, I can't protect her if she charges ahead, so I'm going to assume that she's going to go after the lead orc and do it go at an angle so that I can catch up to her.
Okay, that's cool. So
if she does that.
You want to move towards that guy?
Yeah.
I understand. The next in the turn order is Vola. So she does turn and heads that way. She sees the mist and she gets what you're trying to do. So she actually heads like in between you. So she's 5 feet from it and 5 feet from you. So now Vola's gonna take a swing at this orc. Her first swing misses, but she's able to attack twice. The second one hits. She lops off the head of this orc, and it's dead.
She kills the one with the chipped tooth, right?
Yeah. Next in order is Ruckus. You have 1 dead orc and 3 at 90 feet from you.
Okay. I'm going to move up and to the right. I can move 35 feet. I want to be to the side of them.
You're in the center that you can hit all 3.
9 plus 7.
Okay, that hits.
8.
Good. It is now that orc's turn. Alright, he runs up 30 feet. He's within 5 feet of Vola. He's gonna try to attack her. Because of Harbek's shield, he's going to give this orc disadvantage. So Harbek is protecting Vola, even though the orc can't really see where he is exactly. It misses. Okay, the next one runs up and stands side by side with that one, and he's able to get in range. So again, gonna roll with disadvantage. Oh no, actually, the protection only works once. So the second one here is not at disadvantage. 14. That misses. Now it is ICU's turn. If you move up a little bit, you'll be within 30 feet.
Okay, then I'm going to use my thorn whip.
Okay.
On the fellow that's closest to me.
I thought your strongest spell was the fire.
That's true. Do you want to use the stronger one, or are you trying to pull one of them?
I'll use the fire then. A 14.
In actions,
Produce flame is a plus 5.
Yeah. So 14 plus 5?
19.
Yeah, you hit. Roll your damage, which is 1d8.
That's a 7.
Okay. The orc with a scar on his lip lights up in fire and falls on the ground, singed and smoking.
Okay, but not dead.
He is dead.
Oh, okay.
And then now the last orc, the bald one, runs up.
No, there's 2 more. There's the.
Yeah, one of them's dead.
Yeah.
2 are dead and 2 are still alive.
Yeah, so we got Top Knot and Old Guy.
Yeah, bald one just ran up, but he couldn't, because he was over to the side, he couldn't quite get in range. So he's going to take a defensive action this time. Back to the top of the order. Harbek is now the top of the order. And now you are in range to go hit somebody.
Okay. See, neither one of those. Richie hasn't hit either one of those two orcs with anything, has he? So they're both about equal.
Yeah, these two haven't been hit. And they're
Okay.
standing basically side by side.
That's farthest to my left, I guess. I'll take a swing at it with the sword. Okay, I'll go for the top nut then. Okay, now when it says damage, 1d8 plus 5 or 1d10 plus 5?
That is
what's all that
one-handed
mean?
or two-handed.
Okay,
Right
so
now
I'm one-handed.
you're one-handed. But you don't. You
So
first you do
okay.
the first roll to hit, and that damage is only if you hit. So
Oh, okay,
do the
so
d20 plus 7 first.
all right, so I roll the d20.
Yes.
Okay, and I got a 19, and then I add
7.
26.
I got it.
26.
What do I add to it?
Plus
I add
7.
7. Okay, so I got 26 then.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
That's a very
That's gotta be a hit.
very solid hit. Now, the way the D&D works is that the how well you hit them doesn't matter that much unless you roll an actual 20 on the die.
Natural 20.
That's called a natural 20. If that happens, you get double your damage.
Okay.
So even if you're over 20 in the total, it doesn't give you double damage.
So it just means I hit.
You just hit, yeah. So it doesn't really matter that you hit with a 26 or if you just barely hit, it's the same thing. It's either you hit or you don't. So you have hit now, and now that you've hit, you roll the damage. You're using one hand, so you do the 1d8 plus 5.
1d8 plus 5. Okay, I got a 7, so 7 plus 5 then would be 12.
All right. You gave him a very strong slash. He is still standing, but everyone can see that he's hanging on by a thread. It is now Vola's turn. She will also hit at this guy. Ooh, 19. She definitely hits. 3 plus 2, 5. He is dead. You finished off your kill, Harbek. Rokas, it's your turn. You see only one orc left standing.
I'm moving up, so I've got a super clear shot.
So you're like totally flanking him, like from the side now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You did it.
And I rolled a 13 plus 7 to hit.
20.
What? Yep.
That hits. You're hitting the bald orc, which is the only one left.
I hit him with a 8 plus 3.
11?
Yep.
He's looking panicked. His friends are all dead
and he's got arrows sticking out of his ass.
Yeah. Okay, I see you. You're next. You have clear shot on this guy. You want to hit with fire again?
Right. I've got a 9 with the fire. Plus 5 is 14.
Okay, that just barely hits. But it does hit.
Oh.
So, roll your damage. 1d8.
A 4.
That's enough. You killed it. It's burst into flames and falls down. You guys have completed your first combat as a group. Woohoo!
Oh. Woohoo!
4 dead orcs lay in front of you.
I want my arrows back.
Okay, roll a d20 to see if you roll higher than a 10, you get them all back.
Yep, I rolled a 19.
Okay. None of them were broken. Harbek, you wanted to do something? We're out of combat now, so it's not turn-based anymore, by the way.
I want to have words with Vola to not run out ahead of everybody, to stay, close enough, because I've got that protection thing. So if I can only go,
Hold on. So, I see you. I guess we're going to say you call off your Misty spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can all talk.
Okay, so the spell goes off, and Harvey will do it as a conversation, so I'll play as Vola.
Okay.
So you can talk to me.
Okay. I've got a protection, but you have to be within 5 feet of me. So unless I say otherwise, try to stay within 5 feet of me when we're having combat.
I see. Your
Plus-
shield. You're good with your shield. You say?
Yes, very. I can ward off blows on you as well as blows on me.
All right.
Plus,
I'll keep that in
plus,
mind.
if you guys hold your ground, I can shoot at these guys. I could have put a bunch of arrows in them
Right.
before they ever got close to. I could have put an arrow in each one of them.
So stay within 5 feet of me unless you get other orders.
I see. Well, I got a bit too excited, I guess. I'll follow your lead next time.
Do these orcs have anything on them?
Okay, so you can see that they are wearing hide armor, which you can tell is not particularly good or valuable, and they all had axes, which are big and bulky, and
No gold,
yeah, no gold.
no
Pieces
silver.
of paper.
Nope, nothing interesting. They have. When you check their armor, you notice all of them have a drawing on the armor that looks like a bunch of arrows. Seems to be some kind of like symbol.
Like a coat of arms.
Yeah, but they're crudely drawn onto the hide armor. In each one of them looks a bit different, but they're all pictures of many arrows together.
Okay.
They're not. Each one looks a bit different. So. But other than that, nothing much interesting. So you
Okay.
take a couple extra hours to rest, but you're able to get your long rest in. Because your rest was interrupted, your 8-hour rest becomes a 10-hour rest. So yep, you have to go back to rest a little bit extra long to get your full health and spells back. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're getting up about 2 hours after when you wanted to, but you guys all get your long rest, so you have all your spells back and your HP is back to 100. I think nobody even got hit, right?
Nope.
No.
That was despite some communication problems, it was a flawless victory. Okay, so you it's early in the morning now, and you know that you're quite close to Coneyberry. Start walking down the road. In about 2 hours, maybe you arrive in a ruined city. You can imagine something like the ruins of ancient Greece, with columns and fallen walls, and not much to speak of. But you can see there used to be possibly an impressive city here, but it's been long since destroyed. Once you get there, you can see there's from the center of town, there's like a trail, maybe like a deer trail, leading off north into the forest. And that's the only like obvious trail going north.
Okay. So we've searched Coneyberry to see if we can find any.
You can search if you want. You haven't searched. Would you
Okay,
like
then
to
let's-
search?
Yes, please.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Investigation 0. I got a 17 though.
Okay.
I got 16 plus 0, which is 16.
Yep. Harbek, you investigating?
Yeah, okay. I have a 4, and I have to. Investigation is a +1, so that gives me a 5.
Okay. Harbek doesn't investigate very well. He's like looking at one piece of rubble for 10 minutes. Well, who was the higher one of you two?
17 here.
Okay, so you don't find anything really interesting, but there's a little piece of marble that looks quite pretty and shiny. That's the only thing of interest you find.
Okay.
Do you pick it up or throw it aside?
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Alright. You have a little piece of marble.
Does he put that in his equipment place?
If he wants to keep it, then he should write it down. It's about,
Okay.
we'll say it's about 5 inches by 3 inches. just a piece of stone basically, but it's pretty looking.
Okay.
All right, so do you know where you want to go?
Well, there's only one path out of town. So might as well take it. Agatha is north of Coneyberry. And he said
And-
there was.
A trail going north?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go see Agatha then?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, Rokas is leading the way. Everybody agree?
sure.
Now
I
we're
would take-
going in. We're going into the woods now, right?
That's right. If you go
Okay.
north.
Now, woods is my favored
Terrain.
terrain, so my stealth and everything is heightened.
Okay. So Ruckus starts leading you guys into the forest.
And difficult terrain doesn't slow us down. We can't
Okay.
get lost.
Well, I'll describe what you see as you head in.
Okay.
You travel for a couple miles in the forest. The trail continues. It's quite obvious where the trail is. No tracking skill necessary. The forest grows dark and still as the trail winds deeper into the trees. Heavy vines and thick layers of moss drape the branches, and the air is noticeably colder than it was in the ruined village. Rounding a bend in the trail, you see a screen made from warped branches of trees standing close together, woven into a dome-like shelter in the shadows. A low doorway leads inside.
Knock on it somehow to see if there's anybody inside that wants to come out.
Okay. Harbek goes up and knocks at the doorway, and there's no response.
Oh, go in there and see what's going on.
Vola, you said? Vola says, you want me to go in there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Tell us what's in there.
Alright, she goes, pokes her head in, and she says, well, there's a couple chests and shelves and a table. There's a reclined couch, and it all looks like it's probably made by the elves. It looks quite old. Just looks like a
Look
house.
like does it look like it's been used recently?
No, it looks very dusty.
Do you have detect magic? Doesn't somebody have detect magic?
I think I do.
I think we might want to check magic.
Okay,
before
then I'm
we,
going to... Okay, that's a spell?
Yeah, that takes a spell slot. You can do it at first level.
Okay, that's what I did.
Alright, that takes one of your 4 first level spell slots. Okay, so in this area, you detect the essence of a spirit. So there's a faint magical presence.
I'll use my divine sense to see whether it's good, bad, or indifferent.
It's Agatha. Let's talk to her.
Alright, well, Harbek, do you want to use your spell?
Let me talk to Richie first. Is she
Okay.
safe, or do you know if she's good, bad, or indifferent, or does it not matter?
I don't think it matters. Let's just try talking
Okay.
to her.
Alright, so you're all
Now, I
standing
think-
outside still.
I think Icy, I think
Yes?
you're the most charismatic of the group. Why don't you
Okay.
see if you can see if it's Agatha? Ask her if we can talk to her and tell her we've brought her something.
Okay.
Actually, we brought her gifts.
What's your bonus for persuasion, Icy?
At +1.
Mine's +5.
Oh, you're
so
charming.
Harbek's not charming,
Of course
but
I'm
he's
charming.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh,
No, he's so
Yeah.
charisma's your force of personality. So, like Harbek is a noble birth. He's very commanding. Has a commanding
okay.
presence. So,
I do what I say.
yeah, so
So let the charmer... I'm going in. I'm the charmer.
yeah, like you might
We'll try, but-
mechanically in the game he has a +5, so yeah, but like depending on how he uses the way he speaks is gonna change the situation. So just because you
Okay.
have a +5 doesn't automatically mean you're gonna say the right thing.
Okay.
But basically how conversation stuff works in D&D with persuasion is you kind of have to convince me as the DM that you're convincing. If I'm not sure, that's more when the roll comes in.
Okay.
Or, it depends on the situation. But if you can really convince, the more convincing you are in what you're actually saying in actual conversation, the lower that you need to roll, if at all.
Okay. So anyhow, I see. Why don't you explain to Agatha that we've come at the request of sister Krista,
Sister
and that we
Gariel.
have.
Krista was the bartender.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Who is definitely not very religious.
Yeah. That we've come on her behalf, and that we've come a long distance, and we brought her some gifts. Would she be willing to help us? And because we need to find out where the spell book is to
Okay.
help Sister Gariel.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure, Gariel.
Yeah.
All right, so I see. Do you want to enter the home?
Okay, I'll enter.
As you enter and say her name, the air grows cold, and a powerful feeling of dread grips you. A cold, pale light flickers in the air, rapidly taking on the form of a female elf, her hair and robes waving in a spectral wind. She might have been beautiful once, but a hateful expression twists her features now. "Foolish mortals," she snarls. "What do you want here? Do you not know it is death to seek me out?"
Agatha, we come in peace. All we want is some information, and we also have some gifts. We've traveled all the way
Gifts.
from Phandelver after.
Tell me of the gifts that you bring. Quickly.
Well, we have a marble stone. We have some jewelry. We have a comb that Gariel and Phil Phandelver gave us.
A comb.
Yes.
Show me the comb.
Rokas, I think you've got it in your backpack.
Here it is.
The ghostly figure smiles with cold amusement. "Very well," she says. "I know that you seek many things. Ask me one question, and I will give you an answer."
Can you tell us where the spell book is?
What
We
spell
heard that
book?
you're very good with spells and knowledge.
Which spell book?
The missing spell book.
The one Gariel wants.
I have no knowledge of that. You must tell me the name of the owner.
I can't do that because I don't know the name of the owner.
So your character may know, so you can roll a history check to see if you remember what she told you.
Okay. I got a 16 plus 2, which is 18.
Okay, so thinking about it, you recall that the spellbook that was mentioned was of a wizard named Bowgentle.
Agatha, we're looking for the Bowgentle spell book.
Bowgentle. Agatha tells you that she once owned the spellbook, but she traded the book to a necromancer named Sernoth from the city of Iriobor more than 100 years ago. She does not know what became of the book afterward. She reaches out her hand to take the comb, and she takes it. And as she does so, she and the comb disappear together.
Can we ask Agatha another question?
I don't think so. She just disappeared.
Okay.
You can try.
Agatha, you were so helpful um, with about the bow gentle spell. Do you have any idea where we could find this city of Erebor? We could use your help, and we would greatly appreciate it.
She does not answer. You try to talk to her a few more times and still get no answer. And yeah,
Harbek,
your detect magic spell from earlier, you can feel that the magic has kind of dissipated. You don't feel her presence.
I don't think she's here anymore, fellas.
Oh well.
That didn't do us much good unless a place hidden on this map, I don't think.
So you know that Gariel just asked to know
Hey.
information about what happened with Spellbook, so you feel that you've got some information. But you'll have to report back to her to find out if that's useful or not.
Okay. Where does she live?
She's
She was
back
where you
in
came from.
Where does she?
Phandelver.
Okay.
Let's go to the Owl Well, and I think we're supposed to deal with some orcs.
I'll say, as you walk back into Coneyberry, you explain the next two quests that you have to Harbek. There's a quest you have picked up from Darren, the Orchard Master. He told you that he heard stories from prospectors in the hill northeast of Phandelver that someone was digging around in the ruins at Old Owl Well. And more disturbingly, several prospectors had reported being chased from the area by undead. He asks you guys to go there and find out who is there and what they're up to. Darren knows that the ruins are an old watchtower of an ancient magical empire known as the Netheril, and he worries that dangerous magic might be dormant there. All he asked was to find out who's there and what they're up to.
This is at the Old Owl Well.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
And
just
then
south.
The other quest is at Wyvern Tor. There's a bunch of orcs that been causing trouble and raiding people, and you have a reward from the Townmaster. That one's pretty basic. He says
Orcs. Where are the
you
orcs?
just need to kill the orcs.
What town is that?
It's not at a town. It's at a an old tower further up in the mountain, up the hills near to the mountains. But you don't know exactly where it is.
North of us?
South. You go south to get to both of them.
Okay.
You'll
Let's
first
go
come
to
to Old Owl Well, and if you keep
Yeah.
going, you'd get to Wyvern Tor, which is not on the map.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's why I can't find it.
Yep. Well, let's
Okay.
go.
All right.
Now we're going to the Old Owl Well to
Mhm.
find out what's going on there.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, once we find out, do we need to go back and report what we find?
That's a decision we make.
Yeah, basically. I think it's implied. I think you guys figured you would do 3 quests at once and then report all 3 of them back at the same time.
Okay. So we've done one quest now, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So we'll
Um,
do all 3, and then we'll go back and give the whoever it is their information.
that's right.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So from Coneyberry to the Old Owl Well is about 18 to 20 miles, which you can do in a. You have enough time for the rest of the day to do that, so you can get there by nightfall. As you leave Coneyberry, you start getting into the hills after about 5 miles. The hills are quite steep, and some of them are just shy of being tall enough to be called mountains. this very rough terrain. It's very sparsely dotted with trees. You see lots of boulders and rocks around. And eventually you can see the ruins of Old Owl Well, which is just like the bottom part of a tower is the only thing that's standing. As you crest a low ridge, you spy the crumbling ruins of an old watchtower, standing amidst the rugged hills. The place is so old that the walls are only mounds of rubble, enclosing a courtyard of sorts. Adjacent to the broken stump of an old tower, a colorful tent has been set up in the middle of the courtyard, but no one is in sight. Part of the tower is fallen down so much that it makes kind of a crescent moon shape that's kind of open on one part.
Okay.
And the tent is kind of by that opening.
Should we have Icy set the tent on fire?
Have Vola stick her head in and see what's in the tent.
I think Harvey has deemed our NPC character as expendable.
She's tough.
That's right.
She goes
You know what?
running.
I've got a spell that can find traps within 120 feet. How close are we?
We're at 60 feet.
Should I cast the spell to find if there's any traps?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, I'm casting that spell.
Okay. You do not find any traps.
Okay.
Because you did the spell, you're sure that there are no traps. Vola says, "All right, I can go ahead." So she starts walking. She starts to approach the tent. A bunch of creatures come into view, and because you're quite close, you can see they look like humans, and that they look to be pretty obviously zombies. Ruckus can smell rotting flesh with his keen elven nose.
Yeah.
How many of them are there?
You can see there are 3 groups of 4 zombies, so 12 total, and they're shambling towards the Vola.
Vola, get back here.
Okay. Vola comes back to your side.
How far away are they?
Zombies are they're still about 60 feet.
Do you want to go?
They're not. They're coming your way, but they're not going. They don't seem to be going super fast. You see, one of the zombies towards the back start to lurch forward to the front of the group, so you get a feeling of about how fast they might be able to go. You think they probably can go at least 20 feet per 6 seconds.
Are zombies always bad?
Yeah, they're bad.
Okay. Do we roll?
Sorry, let me cut you off here because we're actually coming to the end of our time. So we're gonna pick up our next time we play with this combat.
Okay.
So I'll stop you from planning anything else since you probably will forget it by next time we play.
Okay, sounds good.
So this is the afternoon of day 11? We went
It's actually like night basically now.
Okay, day 11th evening?
Yeah. Alright, cool. So yeah, I think we played for about 3 hours. We're gonna call it quits for now. Okay, well anyway, I think overall everything went well, and everybody understood the rules well enough to get everything done, and you guys killed a bunch of orcs, and that was pretty cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds
You didn't
good.
even get hit.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll let you know tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Alright, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.